Well, let's get straight down to business. It's time to be in the unicorn club with Gupshup. Gupshup became a unicorn earlier this year after Tiger Global gave it $100 million check. Gupshup is, of course, in the business of sending messages and helping businesses reach out to customers and as well as other merchants. Joining us all the way from California is the founder and CEO, Beerud Sheth. Beerud, is always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us. The reason we're getting you on the show today is because Gupshup is entering a new business, entering the F&B business via conversational messaging, taking direct orders for consumers on behalf of restaurants, placing them, delivering them, can also be for dine-in. Tell us more about this new business.
Yeah, I think conversational messaging is a platform that can be used by virtually any business to interact and engage their customers, right? And in particular, a lot of these offline businesses like restaurants, retail stores, and other kinds of businesses, they're facing a lot of challenges because the footfalls have decreased and people want to do touchless ordering, digital ordering, home delivery, etc. So given that need and given the technology that we have, we are rolling out this conversational messaging solution for restaurants today to enable them to do, takeaway and delivery and, touchless ordering and so on, or whether it's for dine-in, whether it's for takeaway, whether it's for home delivery and such. So that's the solution we are rolling out right now. I think it could be it helps restaurants, go from offline to online, meaning instead of offering just physical interactions with a live waiter or a phone call, now they can offer digital interactions through a self-serve, system through which a user just using their smartphone and messaging tools can place an order food, track their delivery, and all those, the whole restaurant food ordering cycle is sort of simplified and digitized.
So this will work with what, QR codes?
Well, so QR code is just the entry point, okay? And we use the same as well because, with a physical surface like a table or a billboard or something, you can put a QR code, the user can then come in. But what happens after that is where we are dramatically improving the whole experience. So firstly, of course, you'll see a menu, right? The user would see a menu where they can select items, but it's not just like a PDF. It's actually an interactive menu where you can select items, add it, create a shopping cart. When you're done with that, you can actually place the order, make the payment. And after that, you can also track the order, right? If it's for home delivery and so on, or for takeaway, you can track whether it's ready or done or not. Or even if it's for dine-in, you can track the status. In addition to that, there could be deals and offers and coupons, right? Sometimes restaurants have loyalty programs or they have discounts for certain specific things. In addition to that, the user can also learn about the restaurant sort of history, the backstory, maybe, also find recipes. I mean, the point is the restaurant has a lot of ability to now engage with the customer and offer them things, right? So this is the whole sort of shopping experience. And then even the next day or the next week, the restaurant can sort of run marketing programs to send out daily specials to their regular customers. And all of that, again, that message would have a link which brings them back to this digital experience. So it's really, digitizing their whole business. So for the restaurant, it makes it much easier. Even for the consumer, it's delightful and very simple.
You're planning to connect restaurants directly with consumers, enable direct orders. You started off this interview by telling us how restaurants have been having a tough time thanks to COVID, this, that, and the other. What is this going to mean for the likes of a Zomato and Swiggy in India? You have a global presence. You've got likes of DoorDash in America, for example. Are you taking them on?
Well, I think, look, what we are doing is digitizing the experience with customers who are already coming into the restaurants. And those customers are not ordering through these food ordering apps, right? So I think, look, there are different kinds of segments. Of course, there's the aggregator segment. But in that segment, the aggregators take the responsibility for bringing customers, for picking up food and delivering it, right? They manage the whole thing. But there's another set of customers who still go into the restaurant, right? And those don't order. So this doesn't take away any business from the aggregators. It's a very different part of the restaurant sort of customer base. And in those situations, what we're doing is sort of digitizing that whole experience, making it easier, making it simpler, and so on. I think ultimately, if the restaurant becomes more efficient, if they are able to focus on just their core competency, which is cooking delicious food, I think it's good for everybody. It expands the market. Consumers don't have to wait in line. They don't have delays. They don't have to, it just overall makes the whole industry more efficient.
If that is indeed the case, could you look at maybe selling this technology to the aggregators as well?
Yeah, I mean, certainly, right? So look, we are a technology provider, and I think many of these aggregators use our platforms for messaging, which we provide to lots of businesses. And, we help every business automate or digitize their customer engagement, right? Businesses have a need to communicate and to engage their customers, and we help them. So certainly, I mean, whether it's aggregators, whether it's restaurants themselves, and many other businesses, right? Retailers, banks, e-commerce companies, and so on. In general, there's a big market and a big opportunity. We think virtually every business will have to sort of digitize all their customer engagement, and that's what we provide.
So, there is a list that has been shared with us, whether it's a Radisson or a Hyatt, etc., in India. But is this going to be a premium product for 5-star hotels, for 5 dining? What kind of a market is it that you're looking at?
We're making it available to both, sort of high-end restaurants, but even sort of the local dhaba, right? I think the point is it should be easy and convenient for anybody to use, because look, this needs no extra hardware for anybody. The consumer is using the phone that they already have. The restaurant just needs to enable these QR code stickers, for example, and even on the back end, the dashboard that they use works on their own device. So basically, the idea is, we're bringing in sort of this advanced technology, but making it available to literally every corner store and restaurant in India. Now, this may sound very advanced, but for example, if you look at China, right? I mean, virtually every restaurant there, every point of sale is already digitized, right? So there's no reason why the same can't happen in India, not just for premium restaurants, but also, sort of across the entire segment of the restaurant industry.
Okay, you're talking about going to dhabas as well. How much is this Gupshup IP technology going to cost? You can't expect a dhaba to pay what, a Hyatt or the Radisson is already paying you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, so the honest answer is, in the beginning, we are just offering, some of this is still being figured out. With some customers, we are doing limited free trials, so that they can get comfortable with how it works and so on. And then different restaurants have different preferences. So in some cases, it's a very small transaction fee, right, for every order that comes in. Or in some cases, it could be a monthly subscription fee as well. Those numbers are not fully finalized yet, right? But again, we are focused on the longer term opportunity. We want our early customers to be happy, to be satisfied, to be successful, to derive the value that they expect out of the product, and so on, right? But it'll be very nominal, and it'll be proportional to the value we provide. So ultimately, if the restaurant or hotel gets more orders through the system, it's only then that they pay, right? So it's sort of it's synergistic.
Revenue generating.
Yeah.
It's a revenue generating model.
Exactly.
You preempted my next question. Is that the future then? Like today you're doing with restaurants. Tomorrow, can it be, whether it is, let's say, a hotel check-in experience, I want this view, I want this kind of a mattress, or a spa, I only want that masseuse, and please only use olive oil, not brinjal oil. Is this the future?
Absolutely. That's exactly where it's headed. And even better, once you've told us what you like, after that it's personalized, right? Because the system or the chatbot knows your preferences. So the second time you could say, look, I'm hungry, get me the usual. Or, I want to go to the spa, I want the same treatment. And it knows what you're talking about. It confirms it. And once you say yes, then it's ready, right? So it can provide some very delightful and personalized experiences. And that's exactly that's part of the roadmap.
Okay, Beerud, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks so much for giving this interview to ET Now. That's Gupshup for you, ladies and gentlemen. Became a unicorn just a few months ago with a $100 million check from Tiger Global. Now looking to enter F&B space, direct ordering, seamless processing for the customer, whether it's for takeaway or for a dine-in, saying no, not competing with Swiggy and Zomato, but of course they're on one side, and you've got the others like .pay on the other that also enable all of the direct ordering from customers.